We're back today. So I know I was sleepy, I was tired, all kinds of stuff. Very busy yesterday. I'm gonna talk about a lot of important stuff. I think, to be honest, like I said, after having a Sleepy Joe stream on Monday, I think this might be one of my most important streams, um, especially considering what's all going on in the market. Let me put one more note here, and then we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna talk about this later. But yeah, so I've spending the last day and a half, like I think I told you guys numerous times before. I have some friends that are some developers at Solana, which is what helped me like kind of start to understand crypto a little bit better last cycle. And so was hanging out with them and I learned a lot. Learned a lot even still. So we'll talk about that later. But I'm gonna talk, we're gonna talk about what the thumbnail is. Never is clickbait. Always gonna talk about whatever the thumbnail says. But I do want to talk about some of man, move this thing out the way. I want to talk about some of this macro stuff. I've been so busy, y'all. I haven't got a haircut in how long? It's been crazy. I don't I don't live like this, y'all. It's just crypto's crazy and I'll be busy. But anyway, let's get into it. Um and the playback. Right now, right now, Bitcoin is at 61.8. I'm gonna tell you what I think about that, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit later. Bitcoin is at 61,849 right now. It is Wednesday. It don't matter what the date is, but yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it again anymore in the future, but today's too busy for me to be talking about the ETF numbers because you already kind of know how I feel about the ETF numbers if you've been watching for a while. But let's get through the macro stuff. So some of the macro, one of the main macro things yesterday, the HBO documentary came out, and first they were saying everybody was betting. Here's another. They lost a lot of money. A lot of people were betting on Polymarket and other platforms, saying that it was going to come out in the documentary. The assassin was Satoshi. They it was not him. They came out and said that it was Peter Todd. I'm gonna just play this little clip here from the doc or whatever. Excuse me, if it will play.
A concept which you had envisioned years earlier, but you needed some kind of cover in order to make. And you also needed some cover for that 2010 post.
2010 post. Yeah, because I was Satoshi.
I mean, yeah, you're very concerned about all the privacy stuff. So you reach out to your old buddy Adam Back. You say, we need to do something about this, but we need to pay the devs. But you can't join Blockstream because it would look too suspicious. So you don't.
I will admit, you're pretty creative. You come up with some crazy theories. It's ludicrous. But it's the sort of theory someone who spends their time as a documentary journalist would come up with. So yeah, I'll say, of course I'm Satoshi, and I'm Craig Wright. And yes, I was definitely covering that little bit about, fees to go pretend to be Satoshi. Or not Satoshi, one or the other.
Well, why make up the whole John Dillon thing?
Well, like I said, I'm not John Dillon.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not John Dillon. I don't know who that is. I'll warn you, this is going to be very funny when you put this into the documentary and a bunch of Bitcoiners watch it.
Well, I don't think they would be very happy with this conclusion, because you're pretty controversial within the community at this point.
No, I suspect a lot of them will be very happy if you go this route, because it's going to be like yet another example of journalists really missing the point in a way that's very funny.
What is the point?
The point is to make Bitcoin the global currency. And people like you being distracted by nonsense can potentially do good on that.
So we have that. I'll say this. I never really been a big documentary person. But some of them are interesting. It's becoming kind of like mainstream media where everything is for clickbait, a wow factor, whatever. But
A concept.
sorry, as other people say, like this is dangerous. Like you want to have this big documentary. Maybe you just care about being a big documentary filmmaker, but it's kind of dangerous if you don't even know what you're talking about and to be speculating on something like this. Maybe he could have did something on Bitcoin, but to try to point out who he thinks he is, I just think it's dangerous. I think it's kind of stupid, but I mean, I don't know if y'all watched the documentary. I wasn't gonna waste time watching it. I had too much other stuff to do. But anyway, that's that news there, and I hope do remain safe. But I mean, he is a Bitcoin developer or whatever. But I think the documentary is a little bit too far for them. That I didn't know it was going to go this direction. But anyway, other important stuff to talk about. I don't know how y'all feel about it. But I think it's very important. I didn't think the thing was going to play yet, but yeah, the Milton coming towards Florida right now. A lot of people, I think it's mandatory evacuations to Tampa right now. Praying for everybody. If you got family members, loved ones there, if you're there yourself or in Florida, just in general, even on the southeastern coast, because as we saw with Helen, however they say her name, a lot of areas that really got messed up. A lot of areas that got messed up, they weren't supposed to get hit. They're not usually hit. Like a lot of these places were inland, like stuff on the coast, the Miami's, and Florida gets hit. But some of the stuff that happened inland is I'm not really gonna talk about what I think, but what I'm just saying is you never know where it could hit. So I'm praying for everybody's safety or whatever. I see a lot of people being real insensitive about this stuff. I'm learning I don't understand humans as well as I thought. Just some stuff I understand. We can have dark humor. I understand dark humor too. I can make dark jokes sometimes too, but this is not funny. Like we just had a category 5. This is back to back. Makes me feel like they up to something, because last time we had something like this was right before the financial crisis. Well, not right before, because that was like 2008, but it was like 2005, six, because like Katrina and whatever the other ones were. But anyway, I hope everybody's staying safe. This is what it looks like now with everybody trying to, exit Florida and make their way out of there. Some people are staying. That's their choice. But anyway, I just hope everybody stays safe and pray for these people. I know everybody's not, religious like me or whatever, but pray, wish, hope for, or whatever you want to do for these people's safety. Hopefully, all these people trying to get out of there make it. I was seeing that even a lot of the gas stations along the way were out of gas. So hopefully everything comes together. Which brings me to my next point. We're gonna get to the meme coin stuff. Just hold on. Actually, I'm gonna talk about some really important stuff. So y'all hang in there. But this brings me to my next point. While we're talking about crypto making money, meme coins and the stuff we're gonna talk about today with meme coin alpha, uh, I say, as I always say, don't trick off your money at the end of the cycle because I'm gonna talk about this briefly. I should have pulled the article, but JP Morgan has added 1,000 artificial intelligence workers, or it's crazy because you can add these workers, but they're using this stuff to have people take over your jobs. As I've been saying with the film industry, trying to tell my friends about that, music, and so on and so on. The next 10 years could look real interesting. The next 10, 15 years could look real interesting. I don't know where you are in your life, but it could look real interesting. I have said that I feel like we're going to have another Great Depression. There's going to be a real big shift in a lot of people who had jobs. Those jobs are not going to be there anymore. So make this money in crypto and be smart with it. Some other stuff here. I'm gonna get to talking about the price too in a minute. Ethereum Foundation deposited $2,500 of ETH, $6 million worth, even though Vitalik said he himself and the Ethereum Foundation was no longer going to be selling anything. A lot of people are not taking this too well. I do believe Ethereum's going to, come back or whatever, but the sentiment around it is not good right now. And I know people, when sentiment is low is when you should buy the fear and all that kind of stuff. What's my take on it, if you want to ask, is I still think there's a lot of other places to make money. I think Ethereum will still make some people some money, and they're going to drop the price and run it back up. But there's other low risk plays where you can make money. Is my take on it. But yeah, so the Ethereum selling Ethereum, and this is another. I don't know if I want to call this a big story because actually the meme coin story has become the biggest story. It's kind of taken over. But this is wait, do I get? I'm just trying to see what my slides are. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about where I think the price is gonna go from here. I'm just trying to line my storyline up. But the U.S. government now appears to be free to sell 69,370 Bitcoin worth about $4.3 billion, confiscated by Silk Road or whatever. So a lot of people are afraid of these sell-offs that may be coming. I always tell you that they always make one story up to do what they want to do anyway. So I know you asking about what I said about last week, and I still do think that we are going to see some down. It's been slowly like leaking, um, but not because of this. This could be a catalyst they can use. We also have the war. We got a lot of different things they can use or whatever. And it might be something that comes out of the blue because, like I said, Iran and Israel both talking about how they're going to retaliate. Nobody has done it yet. In my view, I think it's going to be the end of this week that something's going to probably happen. And also, we have a lot of liquidations lined up a little bit lower that people who have longed the Bitcoin or whatever because it's October and everybody's so bullish and they're just so certain that the market is going to go up. And so a lot of people started long Bitcoin, which to you probably makes sense, but I don't mess with leverage trading. I leave it alone. But in my worldview, I could be wrong, but I think I know, I'll just be honest. I think we can go down to 58,000 from here in the near term future, and then we can start going back up later. So a lot of altcoins could continue to bleed out, but I feel like from what I was seeing, I feel like they're gonna try they're gonna try to pull a number anyway. Because I think for one, they want to liquidate those longs or whatever because they like to do that. That's what they like to do. And then maybe next week we can see some real up in the October that everybody's been waiting for. So yeah, I'm not gonna. I think I just said that clear enough. I don't need to talk about that anymore. Maybe they try to use the Silk Road thing as a catalyst. Nobody really knows, but I think it's probably gonna be something else. Now to get to what we're here to talk about, the meme tokens, and then all the people are probably gonna start to come back in. But so I said this in the group. I don't know how to feel about this, but maybe slightly different words, but the whole Murad thing or whatever, like I literally have been saying this for the last year. But like I said in the group, he talked to Token 2049. He is a bigger figure and all that kind of stuff. He's aligned with and connected to some bigger people, but I've been saying this stuff the whole cycle. But I'm going to talk about a couple of things, and hopefully I can get out everything that I want to say and talk about concerning this meme coin stuff. As I've said, and I was the first to say, I don't care what anybody says, I was the first to say that meme coins are going to be a thing this cycle. But let's talk seriously about this and some of the elephants in the room. So, and this is not in my notes. I'm a freestylist for a minute, then I'll get to my notes. So when the cycle started, not when the cycle started, but when the cycle was beginning to start over and or whatever, and I came into the market during the bear market, knowing a lot of the players from last cycle and the cycle before that push meme coins and that are influencers or whatever, it was pretty easy picking the meme tokens or whatever that we're going to run. And because for one, there still wasn't a lot. We had no pump.fun or whatever. So it was easy. Like I see some people like gloating about shilling Pepe at 250. I was like, I was about to say it's dumb, but it kind of is like that. That was an alpha. Like I was buying Pepe at like with 60 million. Like I can show you. Thing I guess I messed up on is that I wasn't telling my group about meme coins in the beginning because I still felt like it was risky, and I know a lot of people got gambling habits. But yeah, I was buying Pepe like 4x's lower than 250 because it ran up to like 500 million. A lot of FUD came out about it, and then it dropped down to like that 200 million range. It would bounce from 200 million to 250 or whatever, and that's when a lot of people are seeing it and like talking about it or whatever. But I don't complain, if they pump in my bags like everybody's. Like, I hate to say it this way, but you're kind of late to turbo. I was buying turbo at, I think it was like 9.4 million market cap. But everybody's talking about it now. It ran up 600 million. I took some profits on that. I still feel like it's gonna, do some numbers in the long term. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm gonna probably be fully out of turbo before it hits 1 billion. So I'm not looking to just continue to hold bags like that. But anyway, it was easier. Knowing the people who's pushing stuff, and I was doing really well with it. I saw, I'm not gonna talk about that, but it was easier. It was easier, is what I'm just saying. It was easier picking out the meme tokens. Now that we got pump fund and all this other stuff, it is much more difficult. People throwing out meme coins just left and right. Um, and like I said, I've talked about some of this stuff in the past, and I'm gonna hit some of the mirror points that I've already hit, but we're gonna talk about some of the main ones. Um, what is this here? Do I want to go through this? I'm probably going out of order. I don't know. Who cares at this point? Let me just hit the points. Let me talk about. Let me pull up my notes here. Let's try not to get off track here. All right. Maybe I'll cover my notes first. We're gonna get this all out though. Stay tuned. It's gonna be real good. So I say this all the time, and I want to reiterate this and be very clear to the people watching the channel right now, to the people who are in the group. I know y'all get real excited when you see something that is a low market cap. Low market cap, small cap, micro cap, whatever term you want to use. If it's below 50 million, 20 million, don't let it be under 5 million to 1 million, and under 1 million, y'all get really crazy, right? Lowest market cap does not always mean it's going to be the thing that runs the most X's or runs the hardest. In simple terms, I got a fruit fly here. In simple terms, the thing we always talk about is tokenomics. Sometimes people don't look at the dilution that's coming in the future, which sometimes can make something that has a 1 million market cap equal to something that has a 20 million market cap because of the tokenomics that they have. So a lot of people get like extra bullish and they try to, buy up a bunch of, if it's a utility play like an AI, RWA, or gaming or whatever, and they try to buy up a bunch of the supply. I'm going to talk about why this is a negative. I kind of talked about it in the group already. So, but the thing with meme coins is you kind of throw that out the window. It is kind of one for one. It is what it is. And so when people are market hunting, that is crazy. It's always when I get to the most important part. But I'm glad I saw y'all say that the audio was out. I think I saw that pretty quick. How quick did I see it? 30 seconds. All right, cool. Maybe a minute. All right. So what I was saying is that's laughable. Every time I get to the most important part. Anyway, let's get back to it. Let me just go back a little bit. So what I said is people get excited about micro caps, the small caps. You try to find stuff that's under 50 million, 20 million, a million market cap, and especially if it's under a million market cap. People get excited. But what I said with utility plays, they have tokenomics. So sometimes you're looking at something because it's, under 5 million market cap, but it could have just the same chance of having X's as something that's at 20 million or 30 million market cap. So just because it has a lower market cap doesn't necessarily mean it's going to give you the most X's, because you got to think about the sentiment around the project, how much marketing they have, the coals or the influencers that's going to push it or whatever. But what I was saying with meme coins, most of the supply is out, and so people feel more, inclined to buy a lot of that because they're like, okay, I know the supply is out, so whatever the X's is from here is going to be those X's. And what I was saying is I was going to save this to talk about last because it is one of the main points of this stream. And I said there's a lot of these idiots or whatever that have new influence, whether it's YouTubers or people on Twitter. And I know a lot of y'all only live on YouTube. And the real bulk of the alpha is on Twitter. And you have to find the peoples. That's why you hear me say time and time again, I've been collecting. I have 5 or 6 different Twitter accounts, and I've been collecting people for like the last 8 years now. 8 years or more. I've really probably started like 7, 8 years ago, but collecting the different Twitter accounts is finding who has influence and who's what, whatever. But some of y'all only live on YouTube. But anyway, some of these people will start these Twitter pages or channels, and what they'll do is they use their influence to scam people that's following them or whatever. Then what they do is they buy up the majority. This is the important part. You have to pay attention here. So what they do is they're like, I have influence. I'm going to push this token. I'm going to buy up a lot of the supply and make myself rich by scamming these people and dumping on them or whatever. And that game is over. To be honest, the game has been over and people don't know it. If you've been paying attention, I've already said everything that Mirai has said. Like, it's just, kind of shocked that maybe other people don't know me, of course, but some of y'all that know me, I'm like, I've already said this stuff. But what I've been saying is, and I was hanging out with some developer friends yesterday too, so I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But the thing is, when you think you're going to scam the system, or you're going to, as I always say, be a Jeff Bezos, and you're going to buy up a lot of the supply, and then everybody's going to pump your bags, and you're like hee in the background in the shadows, and nobody knows, they know. I even talked about this. So, and a lot of you guys, I've seen some people try to come on here and make fun of stuff, and some of y'all act sincerely about dumb because I made the video on it or whatever. And I'm not that type of person that tries to like just talks about the wins and try to act like everything is up only. So I talked about it on the channel. There was nothing wrong with the token. What happened was, and I said this on the channel, if y'all was paying attention, when somebody asked me about it, I said what happened to that token was somebody thought they were sneaky and they was trying to sneak and buy up all the supply and send it to different wallets thinking that they're being smart when they're actually a dummy. Some of these people are so new to crypto that they really shouldn't even be here. What happened was somebody was trying to buy up the supply, send it to different wallets thinking nobody would see it because they're new. They think you just go to the scanner and you look at the wallets and that tells you who's holding. No, we've been here 3 cycles. I've been here 3 cycles. Some people have been here 4. We're much smarter than that. So what happened is people started looking behind the scenes and seeing that, somebody's buying up the supply and sending it to different wallets, and they dropped off the project and the project sank into oblivion. That's what happened to the project. And so it's happening to other projects too. And I said this in the group, this can also happen to utility projects. Yes, even if it's a gaming project with backers or whatever, they don't like to see that. For one, they want to be able to, this is a lot to talk about. Okay, they want to be able to, like, people talk all this nonsense about VCs like they're bad or whatever. They want to be able to control the supply because they don't want somebody coming in and buying up all the supply, because they will leave the project themselves, because it's 2 negative things. Number 1, they can't control the supply. Number 2, if you are buying up the supply, then you start dumping on everybody. They don't want their project to somebody to start dumping on everybody, and they can't control the flow of the chart. This is so much to say. So when they see this happening, they will abandon the project. They don't care if it's a legit project or not. And as I said in the group, for all these people, I listen, I'm gonna talk about what it is. I know a lot, I got, have moles in my group and they try to get into plays. I'm like, I'm gonna sneak and buy up the supply while it's early. You yourself are going to lose money because they're going to leave the project with you doing this stupid stuff, trying to buy up the supply thinking you're going to be rich. They will leave the project, whether it's a meme coin, a gaming coin, AI, RWA. You're not doing anybody favors. You're going to lose your own money and you're going to cause other people to lose money. And so this is one of the points that Mirai really pushed. And even though it was a thing that y'all didn't know this was a thing before, but they have all these scanners that they can use to look. And I'm not talking about the scanner. I'm not talking about ETH scan and Soul scan. When you go, you're like, oh, this is the top holder. No, for you that think you're sneaky, you're buying the supply, and I'm going to send it to this wallet and I'm going to come in from this angle. There is technology out there that's really smart that can say, oh, this is the same person. All 18 of these wallets, that's the same person. They're trying to control the supply. And what will happen is, let's talk about meme coins. Forget the utility plays. With meme coins is, these people have been doing this 3 cycles. I've been telling y'all this. What they'll do is they will find a token they like, and they'll look at it and they'll put it through their scanner. And they're like, oh man, we can't push this one because somebody owns too much of the supply. So for these influencers that feel like they have influence and they think they're just I'm going to push the token. You can do that, but good luck giving yourself all that hard work to do. You pushing it by yourself, because you're not going to have any of these Coles or influencers or the meme pushers. They're not going to come behind your token and push it. So you've left yourself with all the hard work. Instead of being a greedy monster, just say, hey, I'm gonna buy a decent amount of it. I always tell y'all the number I told y'all is like, if you want to buy a big number, I say 100 per million. So it means if it has $1 million market cap, then you buy $100 worth. Stop being greedy and trying to, I'm gonna put 20,000 in it. Stop doing that, because what's going to happen is you are not the pusher that you think you are. You have no influence. It's always these conglomerates. And I saw some of y'all talking about in the group about, the Murat thing or whatever. But you don't have any power like you think. Some people become so delusional when they get a Twitter page or a YouTube channel to think they got this power that they don't have. And so what happens is the real meme coin pushers, they go look at the chart and they're like, okay, these people have been buying up the supply. Let me talk about another one. I never made a video on this, but it's one that I started talking about a couple of months ago. I was like, hey, I'm bullish on this. It went up for a minute. We bought in a little bit higher. It dropped all the way back down. We bought in again and it went up. What happened is, and y'all in the group noticed that a certain person started shilling it. Let me say this clearly. We were already buying it. They started shilling it maybe at 20 market cap. What happened is, because of their style, they bought up a lot of supply so that their group, the real pushers, not these idiots who think they're all powerful and they think they got all this pull, the real pushers saw them buying up the supply and they said, we're not going to touch it. And so that's why it's come back down. I know I saw some of y'all talking about it. And so I think that because they are a scammer, that scamming YouTuber is probably out of the project now. And maybe it goes back up, but they don't have the influence. They don't have the influence that they think they do. And as I've seen some of y'all intelligently say in the chat in the group, is these people with power is not the one person you think it is. It's not the Murad. It's not just the one person. It's the 20,000 other people, the 200 other people that behind them that they're connected to, and they all push this stuff together. So if you think you're going to just buy up the supply of a meme token and you're going to become rich and everybody's going to be your exit liquidity, good luck with that, because you're probably going to lose your own money. So what you do is say, hey, I found this thing early. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it with my channel, but let me put a little bit in it, and let me put a little bit in this meme token, and this meme token, and this meme token, and this meme token, and spread your bets out. I know you always hear the stuff about spreading your bets out, but I'm telling you, you are not outsmarting anyone. And this is the main topic. So let me talk about this. So there are consumer. I'm gonna say it again. There are consumer tools, which means there are tools that you can use to go look at, like bubble maps or whatever. And you can go look at the token and say like, oh man, there's somebody that holds a lot of the supply. Maybe I don't want to get into this token because they're going to dump on my head. I'm going to say this one time, consumer tools. I felt like the two tools that I use are really good. And actually they are really good. And a lot of people use them. They'll go quickly there and they'll look at it and they'll be like, yeah, they trying to dump on us. They bought a whole bunch of supply. You can see the clusters of people that bought. You can see where they sent it out to their friends. And most people are not going to touch those meme tokens. And the real pushers, the real meme coin pushers, they're not going to touch it, even though they play the same game. They're not about to let you play the game that they play on them. You can't hustle a hustler. Let's put it that way, right? So I felt like the tool I was using was really good. And it is good. Until I talked to my friends who are developers, who are actual Solana developers. And they showing me the stuff they use. And I'm like, let's put it this way. I'll make this simple because I know I'm talking a lot here. So let's say the tool I use is really good, right? I go to use my tool. I say, I found the meme token. Let me go check out and see if they got some clusters of people that's going to dump on us. I'll go and see that, okay, somebody's got 8% of the supply. Somebody's got 3% of the supply. And it might show you, I'm going to make this simple. It might show you 20 different people that are holding some of the supply. So let's say that this tool is really good, is nicely coded. It does what it does really well. You go use the tool that they're using, that I'm pretty sure that the meme giants are using, because this is all they do is do meme coins. They don't buy utility projects. I'm pretty sure this is the same tool they're using. So when I talk to my developer friends, and let's put it this way, we pull up one token, and it was about 8 people that were holding 2% of the supply. Maybe about 16 that were holding 1% of the supply, and maybe 2 people that's holding 4% of the supply, right? That was the numbers on the tool that I use. When you use their tools, it shows you way more because it's more intelligent. Even when they try to do the sneaky stuff and like, I'm going to on-ramp it here and I'm going to on-ramp it here and from different places. And my cousin this software is so smart that it's picking up all of that. And so we went from seeing like 20 people holding the majority supply to theirs showing like 60. And so this software is much more intelligent. So for you that, because I know the scammers are watching my channel right now, they're gonna watch it later. For them and you that are honest people in my group that maybe you don't have a lot of money, you're like, man, Zoe, I found this thing at 20,000 market cap, so I bought a whole bunch of it. You're gonna lose that money, y'all. It's listen, especially now because this is the main topic. Not only is meme coins the main topic right now that everybody's talking about, the main topic is what I'm talking to you about now with Murad and all these other people telling people, hey, this is what we're doing. We're going to look at and seeing if people are holding the majority of the supply. We are not going to push these tokens. We're no longer backing this type of stuff. And I know y'all saying, well, he's got his conglomerate of people too, and he's got all the people behind him too. This topic is going to continue to be spread out, and you're going to have some of the people that's still thinking, no, I'm sneaky. I'm holding 100,000 worth of the supply at whatever low market cap. You know, you holding 100,000 in something that's 20 million and 60 million market cap and think you're going to get rich. Good luck. Continue holding that, and maybe you get lucky and maybe it goes to 120 instead of spreading your bets across. And maybe you get lucky, and let's just be honest, and you get lucky and have these the real meme pushers come behind your token. Stop trying to scam people. Stop trying to use people as exit liquidity, man. It's not doing anybody any good. You think you're being sneaky. And even some of the utility plays, I start, because it's becoming such a big thing with meme tokens, I started even looking at some of the utility plays. I'm just like annoyed because you're not being sneaky. There are people way smarter than you. And the people that's trying to play these games they're not half as smart as they think they are. So anyway, the main topic is that if you find something early, don't try to be buying up the majority of the supply. Even if you find something at 20,000 market cap, I say the most that you should be trying to buy, if you want others to say, hey, this thing is decentralized, I feel like I'm a part of this team, I feel like I can make money too, and nobody's going to dump on my head, the most you should be shooting for is 0.05. And I feel like that's even still high. You know, some people try to do the 0.1, and a lot of y'all be trying to like, I got 1% of the supply. Great. It's going to go down and it's going to tank and it's going to bleed out and you're going to lose your money. So congratulations to you for tanking the token, and you're going to lose money. That's just point blank period. So stop being greedy when you find stuff at a low market cap thinking you're going to buy up a majority of supply and become Jeff Bezos, as I always say. So I talked about that. I still got some slides over here too. This is probably going to be a little packed here. Let me say this too. I'm probably saying this all out of order, but let me just say it because I don't want to miss it. Meme coins, I was the first person to say it. I don't care what anybody says. Meme coins are going to be a thing this cycle. After the speech, it was different saying it earlier this year because we still had pretty much like 2 years to go. A lot of stuff was still bearish, but the fact that we're heading into what's looking like the last 12 months of the cycle, and with this speech coming out now, with the sentiment as high as it is, and we're probably going to go on a run here, meme coins will continue to be a thing. But what I will say is this is the thing that's always made me fearful about talking about this stuff. And I've taken I think I've been dead silent for like the last 2 days in the group. And I can't even tell you about all the research I've been doing, but it's been mainly this kind of stuff, talking to my developer friends and learning some more, because I know I'm not the smartest guy. And if you are the smartest guy in the room, then you're probably stupid. I don't know how else to say that. You should get in the room with smarter people than you. And these guys are much smarter than me, like much smarter than me. You know, they don't have YouTube channels and they don't push stuff on Twitter pages, but they're smarter than me. But anyway, been hanging out with them and learning. And but let me say this too. With meme coins is going to be a big thing. This does not mean that you abandon your utility bags. Maybe you want to say, I don't know if this one's going to run as fast. Take small percentages out and bet on some of these meme tokens. Do not fully abandon your utility bags and go only meme coins. That's the thumbnail. So please don't do that. The speech is very invigorating. It's a very passionate speech he gave. And it could make some of y'all lose your mind and be like, yeah, he's right. I'm leaving all utility plays. Please do not do that. And that's not to like you know, like Ozo's trying to keep his bags propped up. I really don't care what you do. I feel like I'm gonna make my money anyway. But do not abandon your utility bags and go all the way in on meme tokens. What else I got here? Oh, I already said that. Yeah, a lot of these people thinking they're being sneaky and trying to hold a lot of the supply, but they're gonna have to push it themselves. Why would you give yourself that extra work? Like what? Why? Why would you give yourself that extra work? But that's what greed does to people. It makes them lose their mind. It makes them think they have more power than they do. Yeah, I already talked about this too. My developer friends, like I'm trying to tell y'all, I think I use some really good tools. Actually, I know I use some really good tools, but their tools are just better. It just is what it is. And it was kind of shocking to see. Uh, I guess their tools have a better algorithm or whatever. Oh, let me say this too. I'm gonna say this boldly, and I know a lot of people like to come back and when you say something, they like try to come back and be like, "Oh, you was wrong" or whatever. I'm gonna tell you point blank, and I stand by this. Leave political coins alone right now. We're in October, bro. Those things, there's just a temporary pump, and they're gonna dump. I wouldn't touch not a single uh, political meme coin right now. I don't care what kind of variation of Trump or Kamala it is. I wouldn't touch that trash right now because they could dump at any moment. And also with the new news coming out, I'm feeling like that's what's going on with those. Probably a lot of people holding the supply, and they're trying to pump them in the short term. I'm gonna say it again. I say it boldly. I don't care if it runs to 60 billion market cap. I stand by this. No matter what the future holds, I stand by the statement of do not touch political meme coins right now. Uh, did I already talk about? I already talked about that too. Yeah, I don't know. In my head, once again, I stand by the statement too. Um, I can't tell you the future. I know it's trying to go back up right now, but I still think Bitcoin is going to hit that 58,000 range again. So that's my take on that. Yeah, I talked about the liquidations. Oh, I didn't even touch any of them, the mirror actual slides because I guess it's all in my head. Let me make sure I just covered pretty much everything. Um, but yeah, they're watching. They're watching for these tokens of people who thinking they're being sneaky. You can send it to 40 different wallets, and this we can still see it. We can still see it. You're not being sneaky. So like I said, if you find, I don't care if you find it at, if you find something at a $1 market cap, you should go cut your penny into 10 pieces and put 1/10 of a penny in there. That's what you should do. Don't be trying to buy 10 cents or y'all know what I'm saying. I'm being facetious right now, but don't do that. Yeah, I mean the most important, yeah, find communities that the communities that have been growing for a while, not those false communities that just people just be trying to pump up. And people are starting to understand that better now too. They understand that when a community is really a community, and when a community is just a bunch of people trying to pump their own bags, people can definitely tell the difference, and you know, or sometimes they can. Um, I don't know, but let me see some of this other stuff I got. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of y'all talk about this too. I saw it too. The whole Zach XBT, talking about his wallets or whatever, and the stuff he's holding, and saying they're gonna see if he stands by his word and if he's gonna pump and dump on people. Yeah, we're gonna see. Like I said, for the technology is here now. You can no longer really hide in the shadows like people think they can. And it's crazy. Somebody will watch this and they still think, no, he's not talking about me. I'm hidden. I know I was smart. No, you weren't. They know. And like I said, I don't like talking about it. But one, I put as much as meme tokens as I'm willing to lose. And I think the token I made the video on, I think it had a great future until some dummy thought they could be abusive and dump on people. And I'm being honest. I know some of y'all lost money too, but hopefully as much as you will lose. But I'm just being honest. I'm glad they lost money because I'm pretty sure they did because they thought they was going to take advantage of the system. Um, but no, you can't. You can't because this stuff is easily detectable. Um, some of these people are just anyway. Yeah, I mean he's on a crazy bull post with this. Saying altcoins are going to do 100 times better because they're more fun. True, true, true. But as I said, doesn't mean you abandon your utility tokens. It seems like the slowest grind ever waiting for some of these projects to launch. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Um, but yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Mirage is saying. He said, "Buy meme coin because of the community and not the culture." I mean, excuse me, community and the culture, not because some coal is forcing it on you, making the chart move. Because they're good for that, and then they're just going to dump on you. Hopefully, they get the message too. And I keep saying they don't realize how much they messing themselves up. Oh, let me play this video. He's I don't know if he's being funny. He's actually mad, but let me play this. And I'm so mad because I actually like animals a lot and I watched this little joker for like months and I did not know his name, but I'm pretty sure y'all know about this now. But let's talk about this joint here. I'm trying to get it to pull up. Here we go.
So I didn't even want to make a video about this, by the way, but I'm so pissed off about it that I have to say something. And I'm talking about this Moodang meme coin. As we all know, quick summary, there was a Moodang meme coin launched on Solana 2 weeks ago. It has gone on an absolutely meteoric rise. It was the next big thing. Even so, I bought this thing at 250 mil, and I thought I had a clean 4x. This thing was going to run to 1 billion. It was going to be absolutely phenomenal. But it's been down only ever since I bought it. Why? Because this one launched on ETH, started getting pushed. It went from 5 mil to 10 mil to 50 mil, all the way up to 100 mil. People started saying it was the next Nairo. It was going to get listed on Binance, and then this was going to run instead of the Solana one. So what did I do? I sold my Solana one, and I bought this thing at 100. And what has happened since then? In the 24 hours since I've done that, this one down to 60, this one back up to 150. So I'm down 40% while the other one's been pumping 40%. And this is exactly the problem with meme coins right now, because the game has changed. It is no longer about what meme coin you're buying. Now it's about what blockchain you're buying it on and the provenance that comes with it, and knowing what cabals are pushing what and what's going to get listed, and all of this bullshit that we didn't have to deal with 2 years ago. And I don't know, I don't like where this is going, if I'm being honest, because we're absolutely doomed if this continues, and we need to figure this shit out. I'm calling it right now. We are screwed if we keep this bullshit up.
Bro was super passionate, but it's so true. Like we got to learn how to play. The game is much deeper now. The game is much deeper. So much to try to keep it with. And like I was saying, a lot of people think they can push this stuff on their own, but you really kind of need the cabal to come behind your token and push it. And like I said, they're making the same token on different chains and trying to figure out which one is going to take off. And it's a lot to take care of. But at the same time, he also said something I've been talking about is like find the conviction in the one you like and hold on to it, because he lost because he was trying to jump ship. And that's what a lot of people try to do. Like, like a lot of people say, so if you have $1,000 to, that you want to put in the meme tokens, don't be like, I believe in this one so much, I'm gonna put the whole 1,000 there. I'm gonna put 500 in these two. And then what happens is you see something else run, you take 500 out of the one you believe, then try to put over here. Then the 500 becomes 300, then you move it somewhere else, then it becomes 200 because you keep buying the pump and getting dumped on. Just split it up across 10. Stop trying to like make one thing make you rich. Like, so spread out your bets pretty much, because then you want to end up in the situation he's in. Because I mean, he's not wrong. This is exactly what's going on right now, but that's why it's so hard to keep up with. I think I still got a little bit more meme coin stuff to talk about, but let me blow through these and we get to the comments, questions, and concerns. Phantom is rolling out beta support for Base, so you'll be able to buy Base tokens and Coinbase stuff or whatever on Phantom Wallet. Phantom, look, Solana ain't playing no games. Phantom not either. They're like, I know that that's cool. That what you call it? Base got their wallet coming out of too, but it was like, we're going to add support over here. People already like our wallet, so we're not going to let them leave the wallet. We're going to put it over here too. So that's bullish. We also got Jupiter, which has their, I know they're already integrated into the Phantom wallet and you can use it that way or whatever. But, Jupiter was talking about all the easy stuff, onboarding stuff with your Apple Pay, credit card, debit card, all that kind of stuff. So now Jupiter, which is the meme coin giant right now, is they're coming out with their own mobile app. So it makes it even easier. So you don't have, you go on your Phantom wallet, you got to switch over to the tab and go through Jupiter. Now this is going to be like sign straight on the Jupiter. So they got their own app. I'm pretty sure they're going to knock it out the park because they got great developers over there. They always innovating. So, they trying to take everything on their own. So you got Phantom and Jupiter battling it out right now. Yeah, this guy was talking about a lot of people gonna fade meme coins or whatever, and they're gonna feel bad for it. Definitely true. I definitely believe that. But like I said, it doesn't mean abandon your utility plays all the way through. But a lot of people are gonna be mad because I think meme coins are gonna do really well. But you gotta, the research is crazy now. Like I said, last 2022, 2023, easy. I was like, oh, I know you're a pusher. Let me go ahead and jump in this. Was making crazy X's. I was like 95% win rate on meme tokens or whatever. Then stuff started getting uglier, and it's like I kind of knew there was a shift coming, but the shift is fully here now. You can fully see it with the pump.fun, everybody making a new meme coin generating thing or whatever. So you don't fade them. Maybe I think what I said before, 7% of your portfolio, right? If you find the good ones and you're not just gambling, yeah, you could definitely have 10 to 15% of your portfolio in meme tokens if it's the good ones, not just gambles that you're trying to, make 20,000x on. I'm not talking about that. So it's going to be a lot more work. I've been saying this for weeks. I was like, I know I'm going to be stressed with all the work I got coming, but it's cool. It's something I got to do for 12 months versus people who work 30, 40 years waiting for a retirement paycheck and then the pension gets taken away after they retire. I've seen that happen to a lot of people in the last 3 years. So the hard work is worth it. The lack of sleep, whatever it is, even though, I don't know, maybe some of y'all's pissed. I was super quiet in the group. I wasn't saying nothing. Like, this dude not even in here, but I got to do the research and it takes time. When I come to the stream, I make it, an hour seems long, but I might can put everything I'm saying in an hour stream, but it didn't take an hour to learn the stuff and to do the research and some of the stuff I still haven't even talked about. But anyway, don't fully fade meme coins. This one was hilarious. I already told you, I don't care what happens. Once again, when I say this, I don't care what happens, but I'll just leave Tron alone. But Ty Dolla Sign, Ty Dolla Sign came on and tried to buy some, I think it was Sundog or whatever. And then instead of sending it to his wallet address, because he's still learning and don't know what he's doing, he sent it to the contract address of the meme coin. And now his money's completely gone, man. It's crazy. Which brings me to my next point is why you shouldn't be following these celebrities and buying celebrity tokens. I'm done with celebrity tokens. I know a lot of people trying to like, oh, look, Iggy doing it right and blah, 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 blah. But I stay away from all of them. I don't mess with them. I think what she's doing does look better. It seems like she's trying to hold it up. But anyway, this whole Cardi B token, pretty much it got traced back to scammers. And I'm going to say this too. I said it before, but it's going to be a lot more that's tracing back to scammers now because everybody's telling people what the game is and how to see who's holding a bunch of the meme tokens. So the scammers going to keep trying to scam, but I'm going to be so happy when they lose a lot of money. Just being honest. I hope they lose a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm not even going to talk about this. I just want to use this to make another point. It says only 12.7% of crypto wallets report profits on Polymarket. And that's what I'm saying. Don't gamble away your money on trying to find the next 20,000 meme coin and actually lose money, because that's what a lot of people do. This game is getting heavily rigged, not just with meme tokens. Y'all see how they're trying to make the markets bleed. They're trying to scare people out the markets. So yeah. One of the last things. Wait, how many things we got here? I'm not even going to talk about that one. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to talk about that one either, and I don't want to talk about that one either. So I'm pretty much on the last thing, and that's the FTX repayments that we keep talking about. Everybody keeps saying like it's happening now this month or whatever, and everybody keeps throwing out those clickbait numbers talking about 16 billion is coming into October. No, it is not. No, it is not. They already talked about, I guess, the people that had like less than $50,000, they're supposed to get theirs like in Q4. And when they say, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like November, December. So I don't even think I don't think any of it is going to be this month, if you ask me, unless I just missed some memo. I don't think any of it's going to be this month. But they will get their repayments back. And the most of the payments that people are bullish on are going to be Q1 and Q2 of next year. So stop thinking that $16 billion is about to flow into the market right now. Anyway, I probably skipped a couple of things, but I think I talked about the most important thing, and I talked about it pretty early. So let's get to these comments, questions, and concerns. If you got some, let's go ahead and get those in the chat. I'm going to try to answer these as fast as I can. Hold on. Let me look at one more thing. All right. Let's get to it. As he said, good morning. Good morning to you too. What was I? You could say I was gone for 2 days. Monday, I was half asleep on the stream. Yesterday, I didn't stream. Katie Cat said, it's meme season every season. True, true, true. Punto said, let me see. Is it? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get that tool from my friends. I'm gonna get that tool from my friends. I'm gonna have like the super alpha. Sometimes I'm too humble, and I should have just asked them yesterday. Let's see what you're saying here. That token is the next. Nope, that token is garbage. Sorry, Mr. Verde, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. You got a whole bunch of people that hold the supply. No, this is straight garbage. This is hot garbage. Ooh, this is stinking hot garbage. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Verde. Mr. Green, this token is absolute garbage. And once again, that's what I'm telling you. People are going to find out. You can hold wolf if you wanted to, but I'm telling you, nah, this is trash. Dang, this is trash. No, man. You got one person holding 8% of the supply, another person holding 4% of the supply, another person holding 4% of the supply, another person holding 5% of the supply, another person holding 2%, 2%, 3%. That junk is trash, bro. That's garbage. I'm sorry. You might want to find something else. I would not be holding that. Anyway, Fly75 said, crazy last cycle. I was mean crazy, did good, feel like I learned so much. I was looking for real tech and was staying away from memes. Now, safe haven. It's wild, man. You got to play both sides of it. That's why I always talk about my channel, even politics. You got to be balanced. You got to be balanced, and that's the fine balance. Is like I said, with this speech invigorating so many people and putting the fire under people, or whatever term you want to use, is going to push people to feel like they should just dump all the utility plays and like, the VCs are scamming us and stuff. I still, at worst, I would say 80% stay in the utility plays. And if you want to go 20% of the meme tokens that you actually research really well and that kind of stuff, like even when Verde talked about that token, like I just quickly did a search on it, and that quick I can see like, no, this is garbage. And then you go from there, and if that does look good, then you go on and look at what the group community is and all that kind of stuff. But you could, maybe if you want to go 20% of meme tokens that you actually research, then you can do that. But I would not abandon my other bags. That's when the audio went out. Yeah, I don't know why. I tell you, I don't know why that happens. I think it's actually with the streaming software, to be honest. Oh yes, let's get rid of it. No, this mic is literally one of the best mics in the universe. Like, it's literally like top 5 mics to ever exist. Like, that's how good this mic is. So it's I think the streaming software cuts it out, because nothing is happening on the mic end. I can kind of see how all my stuff is going. It's the streaming software, and I'm sorry, I'm not even really big on streaming enough to go find another streaming software. I just try, when the audio goes out, I just go click the button in the software to restart it up. But no, the mic is dope. This is one of my favorite mics ever. But microphone checks. Yeah, it's bad. EA, what's up, bro? What you missed? Let's see, when you came in at 21 minutes ago. I mean, the main thing I was just telling them about, like, with these meme tokens, like, is people trying to shield meme tokens while they hold the majority of the supply, thinking they're gonna make money off people, and people gonna be the exit liquidity, and how much easier it is to find even when they try to split up their tokens and come on with different on ramps, that there's the software that these meme coin pushers are using. Like I told you, I got some friends that's developers with Solana, and the stuff that they're using is even smarter than what I'm using. And they can see, like, no matter what you're doing, they can always find how, like, you can have, let's say if you had $100 worth of a meme token and you put $1 in 100 different wallets, they still can say this is connected to the same person. And I was saying that these meme coin pushers that really make people money that push the tokens, they're not going to push these tokens because they can see that somebody holds a majority of the supply, so they're not going to get behind it. So that person is going to be left trying to push the token by themselves. And I was saying how some people are delusional enough to think that they can push it. I want to say a name, but there's one guy that came into one of the meme tokens that I was talking about months ago. And I remember people in the group was like, hey, he's pushing this token now. And as soon as he got in the token, it went up a little bit. But like I said, these people don't have as much pull as people think. And so once the people that are the real meme token pushers saw that, they like, oh, look at this little cluster of people over here that's holding a lot of supply. They left the token alone. And that's why the token has come back down since. But a lot of people think they can outsmart the market because some of them are new. Like I don't even understand why so many people have crypto channels because they're so new to crypto. They don't know anything and just people just follow whatever they do. But that was the main part of it, is people are putting out the information now to say, hey, if you see a meme token that somebody's holding a lot of the supply, don't touch it. And nobody's going to push it. So people thinking they're going to hit 1 billion and 5 billion, it's not, because nobody's going to push it. And there's people under this delusion that everything has to go up. It has to go up sometime. No, it doesn't, because you got too much competition now. People going to go where the pushers are. So, I mean, that pretty much was the bulk of it, if I could summarize it. I know some of y'all probably saying, why he didn't summarize it like that earlier? But I try to say what I feel like is what needs to be said. Sorry, I got a message here. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was about. Halo Zo just recently found your channel. Used to be a member of until all the evidence came out proving. I still don't know about this guy, to be honest, because I don't know them at all. And to be honest, how do I say this? Don't take this as delusion. I try not to quickly listen to what other people say about people. I'm not saying that person's a good guy. I don't know them. You would know better than me, is all I can really say. I did mention on my channel, and I think somebody tried to say like we's connected. I'm not connected to anybody. Even when like I met EA, I feel like EA is a great guy. I met him here in crypto. These other people, I don't know anybody outside, because I think when somebody came on my channel before and asked what I thought about him, I said, oh, he seems like a decent guy. Like, he's honest. All this stuff that's came about him recently, I don't know. I can't tell you whether it's true or false. I really don't care. But like I said, there's a lot of people that started channels this cycle. Only thing I've heard is that he started in the bear market, and I don't know. That's only I'm just saying, just as a general statement, that I wouldn't follow anybody who started in a bear market, because like I'm telling you, like I said, I went with my developer friends yesterday and I learned so much. My first cycle, I barely knew anything. Last cycle, I feel like I learned a lot, but you have to really go through a cycle to understand crypto. As far as somebody being a scammer, I don't know, but I would follow somebody that's more knowledgeable or whatever. That's all I really can say, man. I really don't have care to be in any competition with anybody. Let them do what they're gonna do. Like I say, karma handles people. If they are doing good, if they are doing bad, which is why I do stuff the way I do it. Even like I said, with me leaving, I've been going for my group for like. Well, I've been going. I'm sitting here at the computer, but not really talking much. And I know people are like, man, he's not even here. He don't care. But I'm doing the necessary stuff that I know to do to help people. Because I believe in karma, man. So I can't say I don't know that dude. I don't know. I literally only kind of remember the name, barely remember what they look like. I can't tell you anything. So I can't say nothing. Shawan the Cook said fire. Cool. KZ said this is a meme only cycle. I don't know about all meme only. That's what I was saying earlier. Don't abandon your utility picks, man. I don't know about meme only. but they're gonna be huge. They're gonna be huge. Uh, Cryptos, people went mean crazy on Sol, then they jumped on ETH for a while. Now everyone is looking for the next chain to run all the scams on, whether that's Basecast or so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the new stuff could run too, but like ETH is old faithful, but I feel like Solana still has the biggest mind share right now. The new ones are going to run definitely because they're new, they're fresh, and whatever. Those chains are pretty dope. They got a big following or whatever. But you still got to do proper research. I think like people just have this. No, I should have made a note about this because I had a thought about it, but it's probably not going to come out as clear as I had it. But just people have this notion of that if I'm early or earliest, that's always good, and it's not always the case. I would even say that with some of our stuff, and I don't regret it because it's given me time to DC into a lot of projects early that people aren't talking about. Some of them people are starting to talk about now. I see y'all coming, be like, "Yo, did you see blah 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 news about this person's talking about it, or they got this partnership, or whatever?" And that's what I'm saying. I already knew this stuff, so I don't mind that I DCA'd early and maybe it's come down some. But yeah, that's also an example how early is not always the best. You know, sometimes you can be a little late to the party. Like even one I bought probably, I'm not gonna lie, I probably bought it. I don't usually do this. I don't nobody try to knock me for this because I always try to help my group out. And most of the times y'all don't be knowing this, but y'all be buying before me. I'll put out the buy alert probably before I put my buy alert out. But even the one I talked about this morning, I probably bought it 30% lower than when I probably put out the buy alert out of it. But I thought I was gonna get up and do it this morning, and it just got happy last night, I guess. But what am I saying? Yeah, so you don't always have to be the earliest, but you can still make money or whatever. And I know a lot of people just try to keep jumping ship, like the video I just played. He tried to jump ship and be early, and he should have just stayed on the ship he was on, and he would have been fine. So you can't always just jump from meme coin to meme token. I feel like this. I think this. I don't know. I can't. I feel like this stream makes up for Monday. Monday I was sleepy. Monday I was like, I wasn't drinking, y'all. I know I was sluggish. It was bad, but it's okay. I feel like this one makes up for it. EA said when lotto meme when the lotto memes oh I was she ain't already had one. I don't know. Her people seem scammy, so she had one. I probably wouldn't even touch it, to be honest. Kazi said, I don't like Turkey like that, to be honest. Meme? But they made a meme? That's not a meme. You talking about the same ticker? It has the same ticker. Did they make a meme called that? No, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. I'll be trying to get y'all to answer the question, but sometimes it don't be. Wait, what are you talking about? I don't see what you're talking about. I only know one, and it's not a meme. It's supposed to be a project that's supposed to help people with help influencers, like small influencers, get revenue with the token, like a what you call it, like an influencer token to help the small influencers with revenue on TikTok. They're supposed to be doing something with TikTok or whatever, but I'm really not that interested in it, to be honest. Got so much other stuff that I can buy or whatever. It's so many. Let me tell you this. Last cycle, I feel like I could call out. No, I'm probably lying there. I feel like I could call out like 20% of the projects from last cycle. Like I feel like I knew every project last cycle. This cycle so much, man. I know pretty much a lot of them, but it's too many projects for to be in iffy projects, man. I know some scammy type of people was pushing that a couple of months ago. I just don't want to touch it. Kazia. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but I mean that's up to you. I don't know, but that's not. If we talk about the same one, that's not a meme token. Let me see what's even doing right now. Not that I really care, but I know some people trying to push it, but I'm not interested. Where is it at? Yeah, see, it's back down there. I know the people that was pushing it earlier was like they kind of scam me, man. I'm just being honest. And it's been kind of going down since. I mean, maybe you did some research that I didn't do, but I'm not. I don't even care to look back at it to see what's going on. EA said after the Cardi rug, we need a Steven Days. Steven, why am I thinking of I don't know, when I see S and D, I'm thinking of Skylar, what's the name? The WNBA player. Man, I don't know. I'm hoping people get the message to stop doing the rugs or whatever. But they gonna keep trying. They gonna keep trying. Caillou said, "Do you think gaming will do well this cycle?" Yeah, I think it's gonna do well. It's gonna come back. And if I would put this simply put, man, that's why I've been saying for months, people are liquidity farming right now. They're gonna come back into the utility plays. Let me say this clear: people are utility farming right now. I mean, excuse me, liquidity farming right now. They're gonna come back into the utility plays later. But it doesn't mean that the meme cycle is going to end. I'm pretty sure memes are going to continue to go. But right now, people don't want to touch the like, and they don't want to promote and push the utility plays like some of the ones we talk about in the group that we've been. I mean, some of these we've been buying for months, and I think I can't remember which one of y'all it was. So forgive me, but one of y'all was like, "Oh, look, blah blah blah, partner with blah blah blah," and I'm just like, that's what I keep trying to tell you in my Patreon. I'm trying to get y'all on the stuff early. Maybe we don't make our first buys at the best price, but if you have months to DCA in, you're better off. You know, if you got a job and you making money every week, like we 6 to 8 months early on some of these projects, that everybody gonna be shilling later. But yeah, everybody's liquidity hunting right now. That's what they doing. Um, let me say, okay, let me. Say, I don't care what y'all say. I'm throwing a lot of alpha in this stream. So people liquidity hunting right now. That's number one. Uh, and so they're getting their money to put back in the utility plays. Number two, as I've said with the meme tokens, it's the same thing. Let me say this. You have this thing where people will say that, oh, this stuff is not going to run to the end of the cycle, and that's true. Like real alt season is later on. But what happens to a lot of these projects, and I've seen them talk about in the back rooms, not the discords and telegrams y'all be in. I'm not trying to say I'm like got more access than y'all because I'm only in a few of them. But I'm talking like the back room, like the special, like you might have let's call it army game. The army game might have his Discord that everybody goes to into where you click coin market cap or coin gecko, but then they have the back room where like maybe some of the influencers are at or some of the whales are in the group and they talk about this stuff. It'll be a utility project. And what they will do is they'll wait. Maybe somebody got into the project and they're like, "Ooh, this is low market cap. I'm gonna buy up a lot of the supply and become a rich person." They will sit there and they will not market it and shield that project until the end of the cycle, until that person has gotten out of the project. Sometimes you also got to realize these VCs got 8 and 10 projects. So if they got some stupid whale that's in a project that think he's going to dump on everybody, they will not even talk about that project and talk about the other 7 to 8. So that's alpha there. This is why some projects go down and y'all don't even realize that's why they went down. And you'll see people like, man, they were scamming people, or they were scamming people and they weren't marketing. They weren't marketing it because some dummy whale got in there and thought he was going to get rich off it. And so they left the project alone because they're not going to have that. So they just rather leave it alone from the beginning and focus on the other projects that they have. Because most of these VCs they got at least 5 to 10 projects. Some of them got 20 to 30. So I hope y'all heard what I just said. And maybe y'all probably would have cooking y'all eggs and pancakes, but I hope you heard what I just said because that's definitely a thing. Utility projects and meme projects, it will definitely happen. I want to call out one that can I call it out? Let me see. I think I'm gonna say it. Where is it at now? I'm just say I told you the story. I ain't gonna say what project it was. It was a let's put it. It was a Solana project from last cycle, and it had a lot of potential, and it has a lot of VCs behind it. Some people have been shilling it this cycle too. But what happened last cycle is because this is when I really got on. My Solana dev friends were telling me about it, the project, and they didn't even show me the software last cycle, but they were just telling me the story of how like there was a whale sitting in the project, and it came out like near the end. They could have pushed it and made a lot of money, but this whale was sitting into it, and so they didn't even start pushing it until this cycle. And I don't know. We're gonna see what happens with. They got some new partnerships or whatever. I'm gonna be honest. I wish I had told the group about it. Like I was thinking about telling y'all about it, and then it just ran. I mean, it did a run, man. I'm a little ticked off, but can't catch them all. I'm not Ash. It's Pokemon reference. Never mind. But anyway, so yeah, that can happen to a meme token or utility project. Anyway, that was a lot to say from you asking about gaming, but yeah, I think gaming is it's still gonna be fine. Just gonna be probably a slow burner. You know, we got some catalysts coming up. We'll see what happens. Bonjour, my friend. What happened with all the sleuths looking into the crypto Patreons? Oh, we still got some in there. We still got some in there. Wait, sleuths. Wait, there's sleuths and then there's moles. Well, you saying sleuths? What do you mean? Damn, Am I going to make any money? Been down since June. Yeah, a lot of people have, man. A lot of people they really trying to bleed this. That's what I'm saying. Wait, uh, that's hilarious. Y'all probably was laughing at me. I already looked at, so y'all saw the project I was talking about. I didn't even know the tab was open, but yeah, that was the project. So yeah. Anyway, so now that you saw it, yeah, that's what happened to that project. That's what happened to that one last. That's hilarious. That was a straight TV moment. But yeah, that's what happened to that project. Anyway, so because they had a well in there, so they was like, oh, we're not gonna touch this. We'll come back to it. And so they started shielding it this cycle. Anyway, that was funny. But but anyway, like I was saying, so yeah, I think they're still gonna scare people out some more though. I think it's still a drop coming here. We're gonna see what happens. Um we're gonna see. My friend just texted me. He thought that was funny. I didn't know the tab was on because you can activate the different tabs. I didn't know that one was activated. But yeah, so now you know that's what happened to that project. It could have ran last cycle, but they wasn't having that. What we got? EA said, to be honest, I feel like people are getting pushed to meme because the big shift coming. They want to blind people with opportunity to make fast money, then miss out on the shift. Bro, that's what I'm talking about. EA dropping the alpha in the chat, bro. I'm gonna say it slower because I kind of mumbled that. EA said, to be honest, I feel like people are getting pushed to meme coins because the big shift is coming. They want to blindside people with the opportunity to make fast money, then miss out on the big shift. I thought I was going to say that earlier, but I'm glad you brought it back. See, that's why you got to have good friends in the space because I had it in my notes somewhere and I never said that. But yeah, I forgot to say that because definitely meme coins is definitely going to be a thing. They're going to continue to push them. You can make money there, but that's why I'm saying, like, don't get out of your utility plays because the meme people are the ones with the powers. As I keep saying, you don't know how long they're gonna run them and when they're gonna pull the plug. So don't get out your utility plays like I'm gonna just make this quick money, then I'm gonna get back in my utility plays. I'm gonna just do it real quick, Zoe. You can take a little money and bet on these meme tokens, but don't fall for the bait and switch, man, because they definitely could be playing that game. They definitely could be let me open up a new tab over here. So whatever, y'all got some free alpha. Y'all got some extra free alpha with that one. But I don't even I don't know. I don't know if I would pick it up. We'll see. Y'all got some slick stuff there. Y'all got some slick stuff. But no, that's definitely true. What we got here? Charles said yes, that's why I left the Discord. He was pumping LMC means and utility plays and dumping on his members while lying and saying he still holds, has very little knowledge, but has a huge Discord. He has only been in crypto since. I had to read your second comment. Oh, you talking about that guy? Yeah, that's what I heard, and I think he said that out of his mouth. So I'm trying to figure that out. I would have never started a crypto channel if I just entered crypto in 2022. You literally can't. I'm not even talking about him, but you literally anybody. You cannot understand crypto if you've never been through a cycle. I don't know if I understand that. But yeah, and people become and it pisses me off when people come on like my channel challenging me, and I've been here 3. Like, yeah, it pisses me off like really bad. I'm just like, bro, I've been here for forever, and y'all challenging what I know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about Guy, but yeah. Have you looked into? I hate that project. I think it's a dumb project, to be honest. If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. Kazia. This first time I'm seeing you comment. So I don't know if you know, but my main source of income is entertainment industry. Like I work in film and music. And so as a filmmaker, I don't like anything I hear about Right Stream. I just feel like it's one of those low cap joints that people are trying to push. Actually, I'm going to look up some more stuff on it real quick to let you know. But I don't like anything about the project. I don't think they're making it sound like, there's the whole saying, like, how do you make money is find a problem, then find a solution. And I think they're trying to promote themselves as trying to be like helpers or whatever. But it doesn't feel like nothing about it organic. The business model that they're even promoting doesn't sound like a way. As a person who's gotten distribution in the film and understand how the distribution process works, what they're pushing, that's not how that works. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like 0 cents. Um their show crypto. Yeah, I don't really care, my friend. Not saying that towards you. I'm just saying in general that I don't care about the project. How much can this affect the token price? Could you please have a look into this versus? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I bought like Hello on the direct bottom. Um, I don't know how much of that I probably still have, but it's not like something I'm bet. Do I have? I don't even know if I still have that. I might have sold all the Hello, to be honest. Long time. I think I did. I think I sold. I don't know, maybe I got a small bag somewhere, but not really caring about that project. But let me see. Let me look at your right joint. Let me give me a minute. I used to do this a lot, but y'all don't really. I think people realize that. Okay, that is that. Give me a minute here. Okay, that is that. All right, so that's that. Okay, that's that. I'm trying to answer your question. Just give me 1 minute. Um, so like I said, I don't like the project. Right? I watched the interview and everything. What dude said. I don't like the project, and just looking at the and I'm telling, I'm gonna get that software from my friends, but from the software that I use, yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of people that hold a lot of the supply, and I feel like they're gonna push it because they're trying to get rich off it and use you as exit liquidity. So it's another reason not to buy it. To be honest, I hate. I feel like I've like knocked down every project you talked about, and it's not towards you. I don't know you, but I'm just saying like I'm trying to help you if I can. Fly thought that was funny too. I didn't even know it was on the stream. I'm just talking. See what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's exactly what the shillers do. They think they being hidden, but you're in plain sight. So that's a good analogy. I was in plain sight, and I didn't want to talk about it because I don't want to fool that somebody gonna take it and try to be like, look what I found. But I don't know how much that thing's gonna be pushed. It is an older project, but yeah, I was a little upset because I saw it on the direct bottom, and I was like, the next day I was going to like talk to the group about it to make some quick money and probably get on out of it, and then it started running, and I was so mad. Yeah, I was mad. It's all good. Um, what is this going? What's going on here, my friend? I've heard these two tokens are going to do well. I'll look up those tokens for you too as well, man. I'm be honest, Kezia, your track record is not the best right now. We gonna look though. We gonna look at these. We gonna look. We gonna look. Where's that at? Super low. Of course, it's moving. I'm pretty sure somebody's shilling it, but let's see. Let's see what the. That's a crazy name. I don't know if I see this being a long time. What? Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's too low. And what are the wait? What's going on here? Hold on. What chain is that on? I see one on. Be honest, the first name I don't see any of them that look trustworthy enough. The other one's on a chain that's it's just gonna be too much work for people to do. Of course, people are gonna come with one called the second one. Um, there's a billion of them. I don't even know which one you're probably referring to be honest, I don't know if I would touch either of those either. 575 said max pain before max gain. Hold strong, peeps. Yeah, exactly. EA brought a good point for real. Like that was a great point he made about like people trying to shift people into euphoria and then let the utility bags run before the big shift. That's why I say only take a percentage and go into meme. Oh, bro, this is a long stream. My bad. Yeah, just only take a percentage and go into meme tokens. Don't completely shift out. Um, EA said 575 knows it. Yeah, exactly. I meant the folks who was investigating the patrons and finding the moles in your group and stuff. Oh, I don't know. I only know one of them. Like I've only spoken to one of them. Like know who they are. Well, as far as a handle, like I know their screen name. I don't know them. The other people I haven't. I have no idea. I have no idea. I've been trying to like really not focus on that. Be honest, because like I said, I know I was quiet in that group the last 2 days or whatever, but y'all have no idea how much I've had my head down and how much I've had my head down and studying, and then like I said, learning from these guys who are smarter than me. Um, like if these guys decided to like if these guys decided to be Twitter influencers or YouTubers, they would take over. Like they're smart. Even though they're Solana developers, they know a lot more about the entire space, not just Solana. Um, but yeah, I learned a lot, and I'm gonna use it going forward. This meme game is getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Oh, you said it was just jokes because I was like, yeah, the ones I'm looking at. I don't know. Elon said crazy how the hype for streaming tokens like Joyce and Right died down. Yeah, because I made a little on Joy in the beginning. Well, I made a lot on Joy in the beginning, to be honest. Um, it's just too much. I've been saying it since since those videos though that it's too many projects, and I don't think people really understand that. It's just a sentence to them. But like I said, when I first said it, I knew the projects that were coming that I had looked at. But when I see the projects that I've been collecting, and like I said, the full entirety list I had was like about 400 and something projects, narrowed it down to 200, probably 160 that I'm really watching, that kind of thing or whatever. So if you take all the projects to 400, I mean, it's a drop in the bucket to the stuff I've been seeing coming out. I'm like, bro, I thought I did a whole bunch of research and I pretty much knew everything that was coming out. And you got thousands of more projects coming out, man. You gotta be in a good narrative and got to have the influencers pumping it, the VCs marketing. You got to have all those factors, um, And then, like I said, and then different narratives pop up at different times at the same time. So you got to really decide which ones are long term holds, why they're long term holds, and like what you're going, take those profits when you get them. Especially now where we are now. Last year should have been a little bit better, but this going forward, going to the last 12 months, yeah, take those profits. Don't be talking about like I'm gonna ride this whole bag to this is 6,000x. It may do a 6,000x, but maybe only 5% of your bag gets the full 6,000x. Maybe none of your bag gets it. Maybe 2% of your bag gets to 100x, and you be like, man, I got 100x off that, but it could have been 6,000x. I keep telling y'all, don't be greedy, don't be overly greedy because you can make so much money in this market, more than you can make anywhere else. So don't be greedy and end up losing. Like I said, these people who think they're scamming people with meme tokens and trying to hold the majority of the supply, that greed is going to get them later. I'm be honest. I feel like the one that I made the video on, the meme token I made the video on, I feel like one of the moles saw it and was like, I'm gonna buy up a lot of the supply because it's early or whatever. And they're the ones that tank the project. And I do mean this. I hope they lost a lot of money in the process of thinking that everybody was gonna be their exit liquidity. Like I say, and I'm gonna get out of here. I see some more comments. $100 per million on a meme token is what if you got the money. So it means if it's $1 million market cap, maybe you put $100 in there. If it's a $2 million market cap, you put 200 in there if you got the money to do so. But for the majority of people, if you don't have a lot of money, you should be putting like $10 per million market cap. Don't be throwing 50% of your portfolio on a meme token because somebody told you it was destined to be whatever. Manage your expectations or whatever. Fly 75 says Zoa real one. He don't even shield projects he's in, which takes a lot of morale. When the bull comes, you and EA's channel gonna blow up. Keep shining. Yeah, man. I keep trying to tell you, man. Like I met this brother in the space. Like I was like looking at. I can always make the joke, but I'm dead serious. Like I know because I talk about him sometimes. People like, nah, they probably in cahoots and they doing stuff together, and they probably brothers and cousins. And I met him in the space. I came back in during the bear market. and was like looking at channels that I usually look at, see who's all out there. He came across my page, and I was like, let me be honest, EA. For a minute, I was like, man, who this dude is? Like, how he know about this stuff? I've been doing all this research, and he come out talking about it. And he like, it was like back to back. He talked about like 3 or 4 projects that I had been studying or whatever. And I was like, okay, this dude is different, because you see everybody talking about the same thing. You got people coming from last cycle talking about Cardano, XRP, and people still trying to push stuff like Zilliqa and stuff from last cycle. I'm like, why are you pushing this cycle? Like, that's over with or whatever. But he was talking about the stuff that was new, the stuff that ain't came out, the stuff I was researching. And I was like, okay, this dude know his stuff or whatever. But yeah, I mean, for the people trying to scam people, karma gonna do them well. But I'm really just here to help people, man. I mean, that's all I can really say. Because I got my money. God gonna always take care of me. So I don't need to use and abuse people to make money. Nobody really does, but some people think they have to. But it's gonna bite them back. Like I said, especially with all this news coming out, when people telling people how to check the supply and people holding majority of the supply, like, that game is over. It's a wrap. So you might as well go ahead and dump your little token down that you holding 100 grand. Then go ahead and dump that down. Just sell 90,000 of it off, nuke the chart, hold 10,000 or 1,000, whatever you gonna hold in there, and then look. I'm actually helping the scammers out, because then you got $100,000. You sell off 95,000 of it, and you got 5,000 in that project that you say you believe in. You got $95,000 to put into 19 other projects, 19 other meme coins that you find. Look, see, I'm even helping the scammers. I'm a good person, y'all. They say if you're a good person, you're never supposed to say it, but sometimes you gotta say it. Anyway. Yeah, that game is over, man. That game is over. I think a lot of people think they got more power than they do. But anyway, y'all, I actually, all my little friends and my moderators and my helpers keep telling me, see, I'm messing up bad at this. I look so slow right now. I know I look slow. I know it. Shows you I'm not good at this. But yeah, and the my helpers and my moderators, they gotta get paid too. I'm a person that, I believe in, running the business right. I know, like, even a lot of these producers and a lot of people, they run their companies or whatever, and it's all about them making money. So I do got to help them out. I got helpers, so they need to make money too, and I need to do better, like they keep telling me, and talk about the Patreon in the beginning, because that's where your money is going, to help my helpers. And so if you want to join a good Patreon that does get in projects early, and we're really going to buckle down on really trying to tackle that meme coins are even hotter than hot right now, and get into some good one of those earlier. Patreon is patreon.com/cryptozo. And wow, I haven't had a stream this long in probably like 8 or 9 months, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. We've got a couple more people in, but yeah, hopefully this stream helped y'all out, help you learn something. No, I didn't come on here shilling 50 meme tokens or whatever, but I'm telling you, even if you find something early, you should buy a little bit of it, enough for you to make some money. And your next job is to do what we all do. Tell people about it. You need to be trying to grow the community. You do not be, let me say this. You need to be trying to grow the community, not exit liquidity. Don't be trying to I'm gonna shield my bags, so they pump my bags. I guarantee you're gonna lose money, because now people are getting the tools, and I'm pretty sure that you know what, like, they started creating pump.fun. I'm telling you, watch, this is going to be the next wave for developers. Everybody's going to be trying to have the hottest meme coin sleuth or sniffer kind of protocol or whatever. And so this stuff, the game is over, man. The game is over with these people scamming people and trying to dump on their heads. People want to build actual communities and actually make money together. So patreon.com/cryptozo, and I'm going to catch y'all next time.